Good morning, King of Avalon. As you know, we had our recent update, 5.5. I've updated it, collected the rewards, and again, as you know in my most recent video, it is regarding our Hall of War and new buffs that will be coming out from the Hall of War, but within the Library of War. Now, right off the bat, I want to say there are some massive different changes from beta. So if you've watched my other video, a lot of the points are still valid, but I think a major portion of them are actually very disappointingly different from my from the actual update, what we have now, and what I posted on my beta video. So first and foremost, as you've seen here, I've actually created a couple tomes, but before I go into that, let me quickly review some of the basic updates. At first, I thought, okay, developers are being really great, a little bit nicer to us, because under the assumption of the logic of what I showed in the beta video and what they showed in the beta version of the Library of War, I thought, okay, it's going to allow a lot of players, even free-to-play, mid-level spenders, to grow a lot quickly. Because one thing, here in your you can see where I am ranked, not very good. A lot of you guys are beating me now, but you can collect these war scrolls here, so it's not bad. Each day you're gonna get about 19. If you're really, really low, even 15 or 13. So within a couple days, you're gonna get enough to start one of your tomes at least, right, from your Library of War. The other thing is this new, the top-up rewards. As you see, it'll allow even very, very low spenders to get at least a one level reward 1 or reward 2. Are they really important rewards? Not sure. That's relative, but at least you can get something, right? And of course, they've started the new Time Lord targets. Okay, so other than that, in terms of the other parts of the game, not really much changes from my perspective. There might be some, but I don't care about that. First of all, also, there is no opportunity to get the war scrolls in the lucky shot, as far as I know, as far as I've seen. Let me get back into this, because in my prior video for beta, first and foremost, when we start the learning experience for the tome, not the research, learning experience, they had learning speedups, but they don't have that now, because as you see, I've actually created a couple tomes. Now, the other thing is, in the beta video, from what I saw, each tome, you would activate each tome for example, infantry, for this one, the T1 version. This one, I activated this one, and you could go up to 5 levels for each. That still holds true. 5 levels per tome, okay? However, and this is what's very scary, in the beta video, each one kind of started from scratch. So, for example, if I want to activate this tome, and you'll see it in my video, it required 29 squirrels. So to do your very, very first tome, you're going to need 29 of these squirrels. 29. Okay, so they do have a pack out. It's for $9.99, $10. You can get the 55 squirrels. 55 squirrels for $10. I thought, okay, not bad. But then I realized, look at this. Okay, I've only done 2 because I wanted this for posterity's sake. And look at this. So you look at my infantry T12 tome, the Lionheart Crushers, Lionheart 6. I would have expected, when I click this, to see, okay, let me activate this tome. I would have expected to see 29 war scrolls, not 88. I would have expected to see about 1.2 million food, not 3.9 million, almost 4 million. I would have expected to see about 2 million wood, about 200,000 silver, and 500,000 iron. This is different from the beta. And, I got proof in the beta. You've seen the video and you've seen the screenshots that took a beta. And they've changed this. This completely changes the game. So if you activate one tome, doesn't matter where you are, whether it's a bowman, cavalry, or infantry, the next tome you activate is going to double. It's not doubling per. So I can't even begin to do the math of what this looks like. I mean, it's wow. I'm just yeah, I'm just kind of very astonished and in an unhappy way of how different it is from what I perceived and what I saw in beta. Now, one thing is, it's very interesting, whether you're in Bowman or Cavalry, Infantry, or if I do this one here, one I've already done to level 1, if I create the tome, you're not creating a tome specific for that infantry tier type and infantry type. You're just creating a tome, so still, you can click any one of these and create a tome. So I could go from, hey, I want to go Infantry, Crushers, Lionheart 6. Start it, create it. Of course, creating 3 times, requiring the 3 times the amount of materials as I did for the first tome. Then I could go to Cavalry and create a tome here. So that tome is not going to be specific to that troop tier type and tier level. You could create a tome anywhere and you could like collect them. So you can see it says get. I click the get so you can make it. So again, you can just click get and create the tome. You don't even need to go into one of these guys and get the tome, right? So just click get tome, create it, and you can collect a bunch of them. First tome, same amount of resources and scrolls I showed you in the beta, but your next tome, it's going to increase per tome. And then once you create the tomes, you can just select which one you want. Okay, so you could also reset the tome if you want for 1,000 gold. So you've put the tomes and you're like, hey, I want to focus on Bowman, or I want to focus on Cavalry. Right now I'm focusing on Infantry. I kind of like this guy here. You bless your infantry with divine boost to defensive power. Increase 3% defense for all your infantry. So that's kind of cool. You know, I got to work on my infantry, and you know, infantry in this game are your meat stack, your buffer, right? And then this one, let's see, infantry will take 3.5 damage on behalf of other troops. So this is kind of a debuff, another defensive layer to your Cavs and Bowmen. So personally, I kind of like the first 2 infantry. That's why I did those. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to now start another tome. And I'm going to show you here. So it's about 4 million food. Use all of these guys up. And what about another, what was that? 20? 200? I should have enough food now. So I'm going to start learning it. Now, in the beta, as you saw, you could speed it up, and there were learning speed ups, which I kind of like they didn't do that, because I was thinking they'd have learning speed ups in a different pack. But here you could use the same speed ups, but there's no learning speed up. So that was okay. And I thought, hey, great. Trying to be a little bit more generous. But when I realized that, no, each tome that you create is going to double each tome. For your 4th tome is going to require 4 times as much scrolls and resource, approximately 4 times, not exactly, about 4 times more resources and scrolls that you needed for your first tome. And then you're going to create a bunch of them if you want to go that high. And then you can assign the tomes accordingly to where you want to put them. So this is a major change from my beta video. And it's a little bit more surprising than I expected. So please, 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 you know, take bits and pieces for my beta video on this and apply it to this video, because it is completely different. Now it's going to be a lot harder to get tomes. I thought they were actually leveling it out a little bit, but it's not. It's actually quite scary and unpleasantly scary in terms of how they changed it from what I saw in beta to now. So hopefully you found that helpful. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Take care. Enjoy the new update. Have fun. Again, as always, thanks so much for your support. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.